Hey eyes and shine there, my friends. Welcome back. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Dr. Joseph Allen. I am a doctor of optometry and I practice at the PineCone Vision Center in Sartell, Minnesota. Now I started this channel here back in, 2018? Really as a kind of a way to help people learn about the eyes, vision, glasses, contact lenses, and really just to help people take the best care of their eyes and see their best. And I feel like we've done that. We've made so many different videos on so many different topics over the last few years, and yeah, it's been just a huge project in my life. Now, this video is going to be a little different. This video is going to kind of bring you up to speed on kind of what's going on with the channel, other special projects that I've been working on that I think a lot of people just don't know are going on, and then kind of an update on my life and what's going on going forward into the year of 2024. Now, starting off with YouTube. Now, YouTube has been a huge part of my life since 2018 when we started, and I had no idea that the channel would ever grow to as big as it is. In fact, in just a few more months, we should basically be hitting the 1 million subscriber mark, which is pretty mind-boggling. And I really can't say thank you enough for all of you who watch, who have followed along, and have done me that favor and hit that subscribe button. And I try not to ask for subscribers anymore, but for those of you who do watch and find value in this and you haven't subscribed, please hit that button. It does help the channel, and with that, I also guarantee you I will continue to try my best to make good educational content that's valuable for you. That's really kind of my goal going forward, is always to just keep learning and delivering better content. One major thing that we did this year in 2023 that people you guys seem to really love is our live streams. If you haven't caught them, every month we go live and producing a live educational content on a topic that you guys help pick. And then we even have some live Q&A at the end. So it gives us a chance to kind of interact, for you guys to ask me questions, and I can hopefully deliver and answer your questions live right there on YouTube. Of course, those live streams are always recorded, and if you have missed them and want to re-watch them, we have them saved and we have them here on the channel for you as well. But definitely something I have been enjoying, and I'm looking forward to doing more of them in this next year, so don't miss our next live stream in just a few weeks. Okay, let's see if we can change the colors here. Yeah, I like the blue. Different topic, different color. Okay, now let's talk about some special projects that I've been working on. First of which is the podcast. I think a lot of people don't know that I have a podcast. It's called I Give a Damn, and the real primary audience is other optometrists and eye doctors. But it's something that is available here on YouTube and on other kind of podcasting platforms if it's something you do want to listen to. This podcast, again called I Give a Damn, is really an opportunity for me to interview and deep dive into topics, talking with leaders, entrepreneurs, and researchers about optometry, about special subjects and things that they're working on, what drives them, their passions, trying to better understand really key issues that are affecting not just optometry and the science of optometry, but also the profession as a whole. But that has been a huge project that we've been working on. Another big project that I think some people may have never heard of either is my Eye Care Insiders series. Eye Care Insiders is another video series over on eyetube.net. That is a web page that is basically all about different surgical procedures and different medications and just talking all about eye doctor stuff. So again, it's geared more toward eye doctors, but it could be something that you could watch if you're interested in. But largely those are similar videos to what I do here on Dr. Eye Health. They're just geared more toward doctors, talking about new medications or procedures, or again, having conversations about more controversial topics in eye care, like is telehealth eye care, eye exams really a good thing or maybe not? But I've been doing that Eye Care Insider series for over 3 years now, and yeah, I'm excited that it's been picked up and we're going to continue doing that into 2024. Color change. Let's see if we can, yes, green. Green for life. Now, on a personal side of things, 2023 has been a pretty big year for me, especially because starting out 2023, it was a really dark time in my life. The end of 2022 went through a pretty rough divorce and kind of lost another relationship that I was really close to. Everything kind of felt like it was breaking down. And so, yeah, the beginning of 2023, I was kind of going through a tough depression, dark side of my life. And thankfully, with therapy and with spending a lot more time doing self-care, I've made huge strides over this year and am doing a whole lot better. Some of the big things that have really helped me with my mental health and with just my emotions and getting my life kind of back together. First, I would say not only just seeing therapy, but getting more physical activity, doing a lot more exercise, hitting the gym, that's helped a lot. Also journaling and just taking notes about kind of my thoughts, my feelings, my aspirations, and then also doing yoga and trying to meditate more often, getting that into my regular routine. All of this, of course, on top of trying to eat healthy, stay hydrated, and then probably one other big thing is I've stopped drinking coffee. Or really, I should say, excuse me. Okay, what I should say is that I've decreased my caffeine intake as I've kind of gone down to just drinking like 1 cup of tea in the morning. One thing about me is that I've always been super sensitive to caffeine, and for a long time I think I was relying on drinking like coffee in the morning and just having this rush of energy, but then what happens is you get that crash, right? And so I've really struggled with that and keeping energy and motivation in the rest of the day. And so, yeah, I completely eliminated coffee from my diet, just drinking light green tea in the mornings. And that mixed with my exercise routine, my sleep has been fantastic. And then I have my doctor life in the clinic, which has been doing well. And again, for those of you who don't know, yes, I still practice 2 days a week in the clinic at the PineCone Vision Center in Sartell, Minnesota. And I do have kind of a tour video of the clinic if you want to see where I work. I did a tour video last year, and I'll put a link to that video in the description below so you can check that out if you'd like. I still see a lot of routine patients. However, I am focused also on a lot of disease management, as we have a lot of people come in to see us for things like dry eye and other eye diseases that need to be managed. I'm also helping teach our students who rotate through our clinic. We have a lot of fourth-year students in their final year of schooling, and they get to help see my patients, and then I get to help teach them if there's something they need to work on or help challenge them in ways so they continue to grow and become great doctors in the future, which is something I really value. I like having students there to ask questions, and if there's something like a question they have that I don't know, then I get to hit the books and research that, and it pushes me to become a better doctor too. Also, I do want to say a huge thank you and shout out to everybody who has ever traveled to come see me as a provider. That is not the reason I started this channel. I didn't make it to kind of advertise for myself. But for those of you who feel comfortable with me on social media and watching these videos, and you say, hey, I want to go see this guy at his clinic and have my eye care done through him, there is no better compliment or honor for me as a provider. So thank you guys so much for those of you who have sought me out. So yeah, it's just that's been huge this last year. So many people have come to see me. So again, thank you to all of you. Now, another huge win for me as kind of a part of my doctor life, and it's something I'm quite proud of I did this year, is I presented over 10 hours of lecture and workshops for CE credit for other doctors. If, this is something that not all doctors will do, but doctors have to get their continuing education credits to keep their license, to keep practicing, to kind of show that, yes, we're constantly learning and we're on top of our game so that we can keep taking care of patients at our very best. Right? Because medicine and healthcare is always evolving and improving. And so some doctors, like myself, have this motivation like, hey, I want to dig into the research, I want to make a presentation, and then I have the courage to go stand up in front of my peers and colleagues and present this knowledge to help them learn what I've learned. And that process is sometimes very nerve-wracking, and again, not all doctors like to do that. In fact, most people will say that public speaking is one of their biggest fears, and so it's been something I've always envisioned myself doing, and have pushed myself extra hard this last year to make multiple lectures and then just show up and schedule to be at these workshops and help present. And yeah, it's been a moment of growth for me, but something I get a lot of energy from, and I hope to continue doing it and just improve my skills with presenting. So again, just something I'm really proud of. Okay, so final color change here. What are we gonna do? There we go. I like this, the gentle purple, right? Kind of back to the beginning. Okay, now just wrapping up here in 2023, It's weird to think that next year is 2024. It doesn't feel like it's been 4 years. Like 2020 was such a huge year. It affected so many of us in the whole world in so many different ways, but it feels like it just hasn't been 4 years, has it? It feels like it's just been 2 really long years. But I know for me, certainly it's the end of the year, but it feels like a moment for change. It feels like that moment where you need to kind of lift yourself off the ground, dust yourself off, and, you know, have a change in your life, a rising of the phoenix sort of thing. And honestly, that's sort of my plan going forward into this next year, is really starting anew. You know, looking back again at 2018 when we started the channel, we covered so many different topics, but since then I've grown as a person, as a doctor, and as a content creator, and so I want to not only keep doing what we're doing, yes, answering your questions and comments and reporting on new things that are happening in the world of eye care, ways you can better improve your eyesight and vision, but I also want to go back to where we started and recreate some of those older videos now with my new insights and skills. Because a lot of those videos I did, like my original one on astigmatism, there's a lot of people who haven't seen that video, and honestly I watched that in some other videos and they get a little cringeworthy. But that's really part of the process. That's a part of being a creator, that's a part of learning new skills and always improving. Again, a huge thing that I value in being an eye doctor in the clinic is always getting better. But I guess really with this video, I just wanted to give you an update on my life and just say hi, that I'm here, I'm listening, I'm reading your questions, your comments, trying my best to answer them, and that I really just appreciate you and want to say thanks for all of your viewership, your support, because without that, I would have never had the motivation to keep going and making these videos, and it's still my mission. I want to keep making excellent videos about eyes and vision to help you and just create this amazing library of content to help people around the world learn about their eyes, their vision, and ways that they can see their best. So again, thank you. It's been a crazy wild ride these last several years, and yeah, I'm looking forward to starting anew in 2024. So again, thank you so much. Until next time, keep an eye on it, and we'll see you in that next video. Cheers.